Oh, hey there, just out here taking a few selfies of myself. In 2013, the word selfie was the Oxford Dictionary's word of the year. Yeah, that's right. Now, if you don't know what a selfie is where you take a picture of yourself and then you go home and you post it online for your friends who have forgotten what you look like. Now, selfies are so popular that they say about 93 million selfies are taken every single day. Which brings us to today's devotional, found in James chapter 4, verse 13 through 17. And in our passage, James is going to talk about planning. And we all plan. Planning is part of life. We plan our day, we plan our schedules, we plan our vacations. Well, some of us do. We have a 5 year plan for our life, we have a 10-year plan for our life. Planning is good. In fact, the Bible says that there is wisdom in planning. But James will remind us that there is a type of planning that honors God, and there's a type of planning that dishonors Him. And what ultimately matters is our posture when it comes to planning. So here's what it says. Verse 13, now listen, you who say, today or tomorrow, we will go to this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business, and make money. Why? You do not even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a while and then vanishes. Now, James would tell us that there are two postures when it comes to planning. And the first posture he would talk about is the person who plans and completely ignores God. They leave God completely out of their planning process. They are a self-sufficient or an independent, self-made person. So they believe that God has no part or no place in the planning process. I like to call this posture the selfie posture. They go, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and this is what my career is going to look like, and here's where I'm going to work, and this is who I'm going to marry, and this is what my kids are going to grow up to be. And they completely leave God out of the planning process. And James would say that kind of posture, the selfie posture, is a posture of pride, and it's a posture of arrogance. And the reason why he would say it's prideful to leave God out of the planning process is because he would say, what's your life? Life is so short. Life is like a mist, a vapor. Life is like Febreze. It's here for a minute or a second, and then it's gone. And isn't that true about life? Life is short. Life is uncertain. We don't know what tomorrow holds. We don't even know what today holds. And that's why James would say to plan and to leave God out of our planning process is a posture of pride. But then James would say that there is a second posture when it comes to planning. And this posture is a posture that honors God. And it's a posture of not selfie, but it's a posture of surrender. It's a posture that says, God, here are my plans, and I'm going to hold them loosely, and I'm going to surrender them to you. And you could use my plans, you could change my plans, you could replace my plans, or you could take them in a completely different direction altogether, but I'm going to surrender them to you. And James says that posture is a posture of humility, and it honors God deeply. I love what Proverbs 16, verse 3 says. It says this, commit everything you do to God, and He will establish your plans. Commit everything you do to God, and He will establish your plans. I love that word commit, because in the original language in Hebrew, that word commit carries the idea of rolling it onto. So in other words, roll your plans onto God and He will establish them. I love that picture of rolling our plans onto God, because that simply means I don't need to carry the burden of making my plans work. I don't have to carry the disappointment of my plans not working out. I don't have to strive. I don't have to stress. I can rest and roll my plans onto the one who holds my future in His hands, the one whose shoulders are broad enough to carry the weight of the world. So what would it look like for us this week and from today on out to surrender our plans to God, to say, God, here's what my calendar looks like. Here are what my appointments look like. God, here are my disappointments about the plans that I've planned that I thought should happen by now, but they haven't yet happened. Here are my disappointments. I surrender them to you. Here are my plans for my kids, my business, my life. I surrender them to you. And I'm going to trust you because I can trust that you hold my future in the palm of your hands. What would that look like if we rolled over our plans to God? I hope that encourages you. Commit everything you do to God, and he will establish your plans. Be blessed today.